Hi, today we're walking around the old estate in Swansea, and there was an old mansion here somewhere which has been demolished a long time ago. We didn't really know this was here until a couple of days ago, so we just came out on the off chance and we just explored what was an old walled garden until we saw signs that said keep out and trespassers will be prosecuted. But now we've come across this other old building, like an old house. I'm probably not supposed to be in here either, but I couldn't resist coming to have a look at it. It's been empty for well ages. Look at the size of the trees, and then whacking, cracking the wall. Oh, I like it. Full of berries. I used to like inside. Do you think it looks dodgy? It looks kind of dodgy. There's a massive rose bush here. Oh. Oh, this is fun. Oh, look at that. I love it. Just a shell. There's a fireplace. Sorry, Colin's avoiding the roses. There's a fireplace there, the chimney and upper windows. I don't know what that was in the corner, a bit of plaster. No idea, perhaps this was a lodge. There's a map somewhere of the estate. And those windows. There's a lot of rubble in here and a lot of brambles and roses. You can see back out of the window towards the old walled garden. I wish we'd actually had the camera out when we went in there, but we weren't expecting to find anything. If you turn round, you can see the rose hips. It's quite a smallish house, and there's still tiles at the back of the fireplace on the other side. That must have been the main room or something. There's nettles as well. It's really difficult to know where you're heading. There's so much ivy you can't even see where the walls end and where the ivy begins. A bit of window frames has come down. And I reckon that piece over there, do you reckon there would have been a stove? That looks to me like where there might have been a range or a stove, but I couldn't tell you. Look at the way the plaster's cracked by the ivy and it's completely coming away from the wall. I'm going to see if I can look out the window. It looks like there's another wall over here. If I can get up this pile of rubble. Most of the walls collapsed, all the upper floors collapsed on this part. I haven't actually got walking boots on. I've got my best shoes on. Another room in there. There's kind of another room through there, but I can't get through. And the land has been cleared. In fact, all of the land has been cleared around this. Right. Watch it, there's brambles everywhere. You can kind of see through there. I wouldn't go through there. Oops. That door you just walked through is absolutely hanging. That's rotten and the bricks are hanging out. What's through there? Anything? Just a side room. Yeah, come back through. Oops. Ow. Watch it. That's not a safe part to come through there. Ah, we've got the other side of the house. Whoa! That's all what's left. Most of this side's come down. Look at the detail around the window there, the brickwork. Yeah, this, I can't think what this could have been unless it was a lodge. But if we turn round behind us, You can see the whole area's been cleared, and they've built a massive estate which they're still working on, of all new houses on the site where there used to be a mansion, which is really sad. Right, we're going to walk across over there now and have a look. I don't know if that was the front or the side. You can see by the ground and the way they've been cutting the trees back, there's been heavy machinery in here, clearing the whole area. I wonder if it's only a matter of time before this goes and they build more of those horrible new houses. There's an area which is totally fenced off. There's a hole in it, but I don't think there's anything in there anyway. And you can see the back of the walls from the walled garden where we just had a bit of a snoop around. You can see the foundations of the old greenhouses and stuff. Well, it might have been a pond. Right, I'm going to take some photographs now, and then if we find anything else interesting, we'll make sure we get that on film as well. Okay, we're going to take a risk and we're going to have a quick look inside the walled garden and hope that the workmen don't come back. There's fresh sawdust here, and you can see everything's been cut really recently and cleared. So there's loads of little structures joined onto the main walls of the garden. It would have been where they grew all their fruit and veg. I think what's happened is while they're working, they've actually taken down the barriers, which means that we can sneak through while they're not there and hope we don't get caught. Right, you can see the barriers on the floor. I'm not quite sure where the pathways are now. I wonder how long it's been empty. You see the size of the trees. If this was a vegetable garden, it must have been absolutely ages. We're going to walk across to the other bit where we saw there was a gap. This is where I reckon there must have been a pond, maybe, or something. There's some kind of metal around the edge, and you can see it's a man-made structure, so perhaps it was a pond or a well to supply the vegetable patch. You can see where the old glass houses would have been. There's some broken glass around on the floor. You can see where they've been excavating the sides of the pathways. You can see where the original paths would have been. Apparently the area is being looked at by volunteers and trying to restore it back to its original beauty. You can look over there, there's a doorway remaining. This wall garden's absolutely huge. It's massive. They must have grown all kinds of tropical stuff, I think. Because rich people would have grown pineapples and peaches, and that was kind of a status symbol. This old tree that's fallen across the top of the wall. This tree's just totally fallen. What's that? There's a piece of metal there. There's a lovely stone-built structure with a huge tree in front of the doorway. And it's got the greenhouse glass on the floor. And there's some steps going down into kind of a pit. We're guessing that's maybe where the boiler room was that would have heated all these greenhouses. Oh, hello. There's a little robin. He's following us all around. He just went in that old house with us and he's following us all about. I'm sorry, mate. It's really well collapsed. It's a shame. You can see all the way along the edge of the path where they had those kind of Victorian path edges. So I'm guessing it by those it probably was a Victorian mansion. I wonder what they would have grown in there. Right, I think we're going to go back round now and have a look at the edge. This looks like foundations of more glass houses up against the side of the wall. It probably would have gone all the way along because you can just kind of see a mound on the earth. And there's kind of an entrance here. I'm wondering if it was actually a double-walled garden, which they did used to have occasionally. I think in there may have been where the mansion was. You can't really work it out. I think it's just completely under all the houses. If you look across, there's some old bamboo as well, which must have been planted here. There's a few steps. It looks like there's a step going up for those trees and a pathway, but it's obviously sealed off. Look, we've been doing some excavation there. Make sure we don't step in on any of the bits that they're clearing in case they're doing archaeology. I don't want to ruin it, so we're going to be very careful. There's some more brick buildings against the side of the wall. I can't quite work out how it would have looked. I just love that twisty tree. They must have been loaded. They must have been absolutely loaded to own the whole of this and have a walled garden. So, oh wow, I've seen some kind of tunnel thing. The steps going down to like a tunnel. It's pretty slippery, but I'm going to have to look. Oh, what the hell would that have been? Oh wow, there's a tunnel and then it kind of goes to a smaller tunnel at the back. I haven't got my torch. I don't think my phone torch should be good enough. What do you reckon that was? Irrigation or part of the heating system for the greenhouses maybe? I'm just going to see if I can get my flashlight on. Oh, it's absolutely useless. That's not a person tunnel, it's too small. I thought it might be an ice house or something, but it's not. There we are. Oh god. That was interesting anyway. We're going to get along this bit and then make our way out before we get kicked out, I think. I love that. Look at that. That stone is embedded in the tree. What's that? Is that metal? The boiler?
Boiler.
Wow. Cool. Why did I wear these clothes? Well, I thought we were kind of going into town. There must be. Oh yeah, look. There's a kind of, like a chimney, a hearth bit, and a chimney going up. Oh, that's the heating system. Oh, this is well cool. I think we might have to come back another day, so I don't think we're going to do the whole place in one day. I'm just wrecking my shoes. Yeah, I can't really see what's in there, but obviously it's the boiler. And you see the chimney, yeah, the chimney going up with some kind of heating system. There's a piece of something there. It would have been part of it, I guess. Lots of bamboo. Oh, there's a sealed up gateway over there. Comes to the one we passed when we first came along. You can see where they put a new gate in over there. That is actually padlocked from the outside. There's Robin again. Hey Robin. Right, I think we're going to work our way along now and come out of this section and then see what else we can find.